What's up with y'all young niggas, man? Today we are taking an in-depth look into the current rap civil war. This shit worse than when Abe Lincoln was around. This shit like the Berlin Wall back in Russia. Let's get into the vid.
Kendrick Lamar is done with the comparisons. Just 2 hours ago, Metro Boomin and Future released an album called We Don't Trust You. And honestly,
what y'all think about the album? I ain't gonna lie. Future was doing his thing. Nigga 46 still rapping. Like that nigga was going, that nigga was going cool. That nigga did not sell. Metro's beats was alright. His beats wasn't nothing too crazy. Like I expected more from Metro. But like I'd average the album out like a calm, like I want to say 8.3. I'm gonna give it a 7.6. Like bro, it was a good album. It was good.
I was gonna wait to listen to it, but Twitter made it clear I needed to listen to it now. More specifically because of the track Like That, which features an uncredited Kendrick Lamar, and he basically unleashes war. For the last 2 months, I've been trying to figure out how are Metro Boomin and Drake really gonna beef? How does a producer-rapper beef work? And he enlisted Kendrick Lamar, which to me came out of nowhere because we haven't heard much from Kendrick Lamar since the release of Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. But hey, I'm not complaining, and let's just get into it. Basically,
I ain't gonna lie, I was not expecting to know disses on that. Well, not expecting a few disses, but like to call all of this, like nigga, it's a real life civil war going on, bro. It's like Marvel, Captain America versus Iron Man, my nigga. Rap is at war, but niggas needed this, bro. Either we need niggas to fully come together, or we need everybody to just go at each other's necks, bro. Cause that just makes shit fun. Ain't nothing wrong with a little bitty friendly competition. That's not too friendly.
First person shooter, I hope they came with 3 switches.
Not gonna lie, when I heard that bar, I was like, maybe this is just a big coincidence.
And then I wasn't expecting Kendrick to even be on the album, because I don't know what the trend is with these fucking niggas dropping albums where they don't have who the features are.
Oh, maybe I'm.
But it's like cool little surprises though.
Then my guy Kendrick doubled down.
Fuck the big 3, nigga.
It's just big me,
nigga.
And honestly, this to me is crazy. For as long as I've been a hip hop fan, it seems like the conversation of the big 3 has been around. And for the most part, people already picked their camps. You're either Team Drake, Kendrick, or J. Cole. And this may seem like it came out of nowhere, but I guess it makes sense if you really think about it.
Niggas so thirsty to put me in beef. Dissecting my words and start looking too deep.
From Kendrick's point of view, it might legitimately look like Drake and J. Cole are forming a super team.
Love when they argue the hardest MC. Is it K-Dot, is it Aubrey or me?
But if I'm gonna be honest, it seems like J. Cole is kind of just the middle child once again.
Bro, J. Cole is just the nice nigga, bro. The nice little hippie nigga with bars. J. Cole don't even be attacking nobody. He was giving everybody their credit on the song. The only time J. Cole this niggas was on some like, well no, I don't really know too much about J. Cole history, but the only time I heard J. Cole like say some bad shit about niggas was when SoundCloud rappers were doing drugs and popping perkies and rapping about nothing. Nigga wasn't fucking with it. But then he came to terms with it. We put this shit in like
because as far as I can tell, no direct diss is towards J. Cole. It's just kind of collateral damage. But on the other hand, Drake does get targeted.
No, I ain't gonna lie. That nigga was on Drake. Hey, yo, I can't. Do you think Drake gonna out-rap K-Dot though? I don't think he out-rapping Kendrick. That nigga can't out-rap Kendrick. He can make a hit, but a hit ain't gonna really, you feel me, win him the beef. Cause he already get Pusha T to pass. He ain't this Pusha T. Man, you gotta respond to Kendrick. K-Dot, nigga, you gotta respond to this nigga.
Your dog's getting buried. That's a K with all these nines. He gon' see Pet Cemetery.
Dog. That shit was fire. Now obviously this referencing For All the Dogs, which came out a couple months ago and will forever be known as a track that tied Drake with Michael Jackson, and something that made a lot of people say that Drake was undoubtedly the GOAT now. I mean, tying with Michael Jackson, nobody else can do that. But Kendrick Lamar already cooked up a response for that too.
Oh, shit.
By aligning himself with Prince, Kendrick Lamar is kind of discrediting everything Drake has done on the record side of things. Mostly because whenever you have the discussion of Michael Jackson and Prince, most people are going to say that Michael Jackson sold more records, but Prince was better. At least if they believe that Prince was better. Which is why at the beginning of the verse, Kendrick Lamar says, "Say it's a lot of goofies with a check." Honestly, this shit is like a thesis statement. He saw the counter arguments that people were going to have, and he dismounted the conversations before they even happened. Still though, I feel like I need to move on.
Bro, who y'all niggas siding with? Cause y'all niggas gotta pick a side. Y'all niggas can't just play the fence. A nigga like me, I'm with Champagne Poppy, my nigga. Drake could do no wrong in my eyes, bro. Like Drake really the perfect nigga. Yo, my fault, I'm digging.
At least a little bit, because it does seem like it came kind of out of nowhere, at least if you weren't paying attention. But at least for the purposes of this video,
who the fuck is this Mexican? Nigga, is this you, Rico? Oh yeah, this is Benny. This is most definitely Benny.
All the way back. I assume you know Kendrick Lamar and Drake. So it's 2022 and Kendrick Lamar returns to hip hop. It's been 5 years since the last Kendrick Lamar record, by the way, based on his family.
But they haven't even been dissing each other like that, right? Well, shit, I wouldn't know. Let's find out. But I ain't gonna lie, Kendrick like that album was cool, but it was nothing crazy. Like, niggas not re-listening to that shit.
On your top 5 tonight.
Oh yeah.
However, when the album came,
my top 5, Drake.
The record was
It did the nigga fell
about
asleep.
mental health, which was cool, and I do think the album was good. But that whole smoking on top 5 energy went out the window. In fact, the only mention of Drake throughout the record was Kendrick Lamar saying that he was confused as to why he made up with Kanye.
When Kanye got back with Drake, I was slightly confused.
Like, I don't know, that's not even a diss for real. In fact, in terms of disses, most fans have had to reach.
What?
So this is Sticky by Drake. It was released on the infamous
Nigga
Odyssey
ain't even
Never
play the
Mind
song.
record. An album that everybody hated, but I think it's decent. I don't hate it as much.
Honestly, Nevermind was ass. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I think Drake the greatest rapper of all time. Him or Kanye. No, actually, Wayne. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Who I listen to more, I put Drake, Kanye, and Wayne. That's like my top 3.
A lot of people do, which makes a lot of people think that this song.
But isn't that kind of crazy how one of my greatest rappers of all time is a mixed breed Jewish nigga? That's wild. Mixed breed is crazy. Or like a fucking half white, half black Jewish kid is the greatest rapper of all time.
Get them girls off the stage, cause somebody
was Kendrick showing that he could do the same thing that Drake was doing, but make it better. Me personally, I think it's a stretch, because when it comes to dissing each other, Kendrick and Drake have never been subtle about it. They may not drop a name, but you definitely know who they're dissing. In fact, if you want an example of what a real diss looks like between these two, then Drake's got you covered.
I don't know about these guys that go away 3, 4, 5 years, want to chill out, all that shit. That's not me.
Obviously, this is a reference to Kendrick Lamar and the
nigga,
whole
Drake said he put Bell to ass at all times. Oh, represent! I don't have YouTube Premium. Getting YouTube Premium, we hit 100 subscribers.
Mr. Morale and Damn, compared to Drake, who has released like 7 albums this decade. It's honestly crazy, man. Shout out to Drake for that.
She
but
bad
of course,
as fuck.
Drake should have known better than to know that someone like Kendrick wasn't gonna let that slide. Or maybe he really believed that Kendrick Lamar wouldn't say nothing about it because of that Mr. Morale album and how much that was about growth and healing. However, as we now know, that was not the case. And you gotta wonder how much Metro Boomin played a part in all this, because for those who don't know, Metro Boomin and Drake have been beefing for a while now. Obviously,
wait, but why are Metro and shit? He's gonna explain it in the video.
Not for the extended amount of time
Hopefully
that
not over a
Drake
bitch,
and Kendrick
bro.
Lamar have been beefing, but this beef goes back at least a couple of years, as Drake was originally set to be on Heroes and Villains, but got taken off for whatever reason. However, the track ended up leaking online, which leads a lot of people to believe that Drake himself leaked the song. Drake has done this before with Life of the Party when Kanye dissed him. The beef was something that people speculated on, but it
Wait, so they beefing because Drake leaked the song because Metro took the nigga off the album. But why would he leak it though? I'm confused. I guess he wanted niggas to hear it. He's like, yo, why you take me off the album? Why, nigga, why the fuck you take off a Drake feature, nigga? Stupid bitch.
definitely became clear once Metro Boomin started speaking out against her loss, winning Rap Album of the Years, and the hate got solidified once Drake poked fun at Metro Boomin. So how would somebody like Metro Boomin respond? How about by getting one of Drake's biggest threats and having Kendrick directly diss him? Which again is a big deal because Kendrick Lamar doesn't do disses like this, not anymore. And even Drake hasn't dissed Kendrick Lamar like this in a long time, at least not on record. So I'm predicting that Kendrick Lamar has just unleashed war. Of course, I don't believe that Drake will respond with a full-on diss track, at least not yet, and definitely not without an album in mind.
Bro, Drake gotta drop a diss track, bro. I ain't gonna lie, like, I would say 3 months, but 2 months, bro. In the next 2 months, I better hear a diss track from Drake and J. Cole. J. Cole not dropping a diss track. That nigga too nice for that. He gonna drop, you feel me? A nice little fucking slam poetry. Nigga gonna drop some slam poetry. Drake, I need a diss track. Talk about that nigga mama, nigga daddy. Talk about baby King. Expose what that nigga be doing in the dark, nigga. I'm trying to see shit get real negative. I'm trying to see niggas crash out. I'm trying to see niggas do shit that they normally wouldn't do because they get in emotion. I'm trying to see every nigga in the rap game beefing. But hopefully you in future, cause you feel me, rekindle shit. Them niggas is beefing over a Starless Thotty. Come on, man.
But there will definitely be a reply sometime soon. It just depends on what album is next to release and whether that artist is featuring Drake. However, I think lost in all of this is J. Cole. Listen, J. Cole is
nobody. Yo, personally, I used to hate J. Cole. I'm getting over the J. Cole hate. I realize he's really a good nigga. I shouldn't be hated on that nigga. But nobody dissing J. Cole, bro. He's just a nice guy. He's a nice fella, bro.
The world on fire.
Just drop some slam poetry.
Drops. I remember a couple weeks ago I made a video about how the fall off can determine the rankings on the big three, and I think Kendrick Lamar opened the door for that to become a reality. Because when it comes to Kendrick Lamar and the big three as a whole, it feels like J. Cole has been the most passive of the three. He never fails to praise Kendrick Lamar or praise Drake, and he goes as far as to acknowledge that most people have even forgotten of him in the conversation. It will be interesting to see how J. Cole replies. J. Cole
nigga is Drake, K. Dot, and Cole.
Really done a diss track. Sure, there's False Prophets, more notably there's 1985, but those aren't really diss tracks.
Slam poetry.
Or maybe he'll see it as not that big of a deal because it is kind of technically what J. Cole said on First Person Shooter when he was like, I feel like Muhammad Ali, or in other words, I feel like the GOAT. But regardless, I want to give a big shout out to Metro Boomin, to Future, and to Kendrick Lamar because I haven't been this excited for hip hop in a long time. I feel like it's been probably like a year since something.
I feel like niggas not really talking about the Future shit because I saw some shit on Twitter. This nigga Drake naming songs after Future, but then we ain't know that it was a diss. But only Future knew. The bitch named Diana. He had Princess Diana on the fucking screen that he was walking on. That nigga Drake be doing some subtle bullshit to niggas.
Like this has happened.
That's that light skin
probably
shit.
More now that I really think about it. I think the last really event of hip hop was when Heroes and Villains released. And that was towards the end of 2022. So, hey, I'm down for it. Because reuniting the big three for one more run might be the most legendary thing Kendrick Lamar has ever done. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just like excited for what hip hop could be. Maybe this is the surgical summer that we never got.
Frank Ocean ruined his
I finished
legacy.
doing a video like 2 hours ago. Now I'm ready to record this one. Obviously I recorded it already. I'm ready to edit it. Shout out to Ye Dilla. Shout out to God. Shout out to y'all.
Hey man, shout out, what's my nigga name? King Benny Garcia. If we can't get the collab out, at least give us war. That's what I'm talking about. I love the negativity. I'll see you on the next one. Like, subscribe, and peace.